unfortunately, we will not be returning. So just wanted to say that the colognes are done.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to come and talk about the girls in Jackson, Mississippi. This is the Belle Collective reunion. Before we get into what I have to say about the reunion, let's talk about Miss Aisha. Girl. Gagging Carlos King down to his show on YouTube. Um, so for those who, of course, of us who keep up or watch Bell Collective, we know. Well, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, but I just wanted to wait until I just did the review, and then I was just gonna put it all together. So here we are. Listen, girl, y'all already know what happened. Like I said, girl, she gagged Carlos. She let it be known that she had received her pickup letter, but unfortunately, she thanked Carlos. But unfortunately, the colognes will not be returning. When I tell y'all, the way I don't know who that lady was at the bottom. I think her name was Jazz. Girl, the way Jazz faced cracked, girl, I could see smoke coming out of Carlos King's ears, especially when the guy at the top, was it Dustin? When Dustin started talking, um, and Carlos was just sitting there like this. Girl, I know she was evil. However, let's talk about it. Carlos, sister, you got some work to do. Let me say this before we get into Aisha quitting. People quit jobs every day. Just because someone decides to leave a position with a company or an organization, that doesn't mean that the place of employment is just this horrible place. People use certain positions as a stepping stone. Um, and again, people quit jobs every day. However, we know that when it comes to places of employment, whenever there's a high turnover rate, people start to look into what is the problem. Now, I don't know the turnover rate when it comes to Carlos and the girls and boys that he employs, to work these reality shows. It could be very, 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 very low, right? Um, However, we do have to acknowledge that, girl, it feels like every time I look up, someone is quitting a Carlos King production. Either it's Monique, or either they're screaming that they want to quit, they're not happy. Winter, Monique Samuels, she was on Potomac, then she left Potomac, went over to Carlos King. Winter from Love and Marriage DC. Winter, Love and Marriage DC. I heard Ashley from Love and Marriage DC. She was upset. I don't know who she was upset at, but she was upset, especially with the editing. Um, Now we have Aisha. The writings were on the wall when it came to Aisha. Okay, I came down here, and I think this was the first episode. I usually fast forward. I don't really watch TV in real time. I like to, when I do reviews, for the most, sometimes I will if I'm just bored and don't have nothing to do. But I like to DVR stuff so I can fast forward through the commercials and go about my business, right? So I'm watching Bell Collective. I'm fast forwarding through, you know, the previous, how they go through the commercials and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, they have a new introduction. So went back, was watching the new introduction. I was absolutely disgusted because I thought it looked like a PowerPoint presentation. It was a mess, girl. And as I'm looking, I'm like, girl, what is this? Girl, this is trash. This introduction is horrible. And then I saw Aisha, girl, just making it clap. Like making it clap in the introduction. And I just like gasped. Like I said, oh my God. Oh my God. What is going on? They really have this lady, girl. Girl, shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. Mm. What your mama gave you, girl. She was like, and I'm like, girl, what is going on, girl? Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Girl, like, I'm like, and I was like, girl, I know she's gonna be evil. I know she's gonna be evil. I know she's gonna be evil. I don't know Aisha at all. But I just don't see anyone being okay with shaking their tail feather in the opening credits. Girl, you can turn on Love and Hip Hop. You can turn on The Real Housewives. Love and Hip Hop to me has one of the best introductions. This is wait. Well, yeah, this is the life. This the life. This is the life. Girl, and then they have the girls posing, right? It's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta last season. Introduction is sickening. Girl, remember they did the one with the furs? I think it was like with Stevie J. It was Mimi. It was real cute. You've never really seen anyone in the opening credits shaking their tail. So for them to go that direction with Belle Collective, and then at the end have the ladies punching in the air, girl, like they're Power Rangers. I was like, who finalized this? Who gave this the green light? Who said that this was okay? And here we go. Aisha comes out with a statement basically saying how she was upset and disappointed about how they basically had her looking in the opening credits. I can't remember her exact wording, but she basically said that they were like joking around in between shots. I guess they were playing, how they play music on the set, and she was just joking around. And, that's the footage that they used. So fast forward, right? I think that was the first thing. And then I don't want to get too much into because I don't know if they're going to talk about. I'm sure they'll talk about this the next. Well, no, they will talk about this in part two, and then just fast forward to like the whole fight. Listen, I get that we all have the capability to lose control at any age, right? You ain't never too old to hand out no ass whooping, and you ain't never too old to take an ass whooping, right? People fight at 40 and 50 and 60 all the time. But for people who kind of want to move like they have a little bit of sense, Aisha and Willie give me like they kind of want to move like they have a little bit of sense. Like nobody wants to be, and I'm not saying that they forced Willie and Aisha to do anything, because at the end of the day, Willie and Aisha are grown ass people. Nobody wants to be put in the position. Well, some people do. I feel like Aisha and Willie, like who wants to be put in the position where they feel like they have to fight at our big ass ages? And then we're just gonna call a thing, girl. I'm sure they were probably making pennies. From what Winter from Love and Marriage DC said, and I heard this with my own ears. Winter from Love and Marriage DC did an interview with Bondi Blue and Jamie, and I was on my way somewhere. I was on a plane, and whenever I fly places, I always download a lot of stuff on YouTube, so I have stuff to watch. So I'm like, oh, let me watch the interview they did with Winter. And Winter from Love and Marriage DC, she said that now I can't speak for everybody else, she said they got paid anywhere between $250 up to $2,500 per episode. I said, girl, what? And she said that Monique was the highest paid their first, because Monique was only on one. No, Monique did one season. Then Monique was the highest paid. Now, I don't have no issues with OWN TV, but we're not going to act like OWN is Bravo, NBC. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to act like Belle Collective be pulling in 1 million viewers. So I can imagine what, the check. And then Aisha came in, season 3, I believe. So it's not even like she was there since day one. So all I'm saying is, girl, I'm whatever y'all paying me, it ain't a lot, right? Girl, I'm doing this because I want to be on TV. I want to have a shot at reality TV. You never really know what could happen when you put in these positions. But girl, y'all only probably paying me pennies. Then y'all disrespecting me in the opening credits. And now I'm down here fighting, girl, on TV. Girl, I gotta go. Girl, I gotta go. And there's one thing if you was out here handing out 700, 800, $900,000 a season, girl, a million plus, like some of the girls over on Bravo making. But girl, I'm sure those girls on Belle Collective are not making no 500, 600, 700, $800,000 a season. You know what I'm saying? Carlos is gonna have to really look at what's going on down at the Carlos King Productions. Girl, what is his production company called? Kingdom Reign? Baby, the kingdom is in shambles, girl. You have to look at what's going on. Again, I know just because a few people quit a job, that doesn't mean anything, right? Just because people quit doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the company. However, we have to just start looking at what could be a possibility. Carlos is going to have to look at what is going on. If this was Andy Cohen and we saw people just up and quitting, Bravo or whatever, we would have questions. When all those lawsuits started coming out, whether we believe the lawsuits or not, right? It doesn't take away from the fact that it's a lawsuit. We're gonna have to start asking some questions, girl. What's going on over there? Y'all have been disrespecting that lady. Y'all have. Y'all been disrespecting Aisha. Really with those opening credits. Girl, girl, let me tell you something. It's one thing for me to be on. It's one thing for us to have a girls' night out and we having fun and shaking our asses and showing our coochies like the girls on Potomac. Girl, that's one thing. But for you to have this as the representation of me, this is how you're introducing me to the viewers. Me shaking my ass in the opening credits? Absolutely not. Who does that? What reality show have you watched? Girl, they probably don't even do that shit over on Baddies. Well, they might. Girl, they probably got the girls over on Baddies throwing bottles across the room. Girl, I don't know. Girl, I don't watch Baddies. Y'all let me know. But yeah, I wasn't mad at. I'm not mad at Aisha. I think she did it respectfully, but I think that the same way Carlos, she probably felt. I don't know. She probably felt that you were playing in her face, so she said, "Let me play in hers too." Y'all want to play in my face? I'm gonna play in y'all's. Y'all want to gag me and embarrass me every Friday night, girl, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever time the show come on. Then I'm gonna gag y'all on Monday on messy Mondays. Okay? Y'all want to embarrass me? I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm just returning the favor. That's it. It's nothing personal. It's business. You know what I'm saying? I do want to do another video and talk about um, just some stuff that I was talking about with a friend, just because talking about reality TV and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not mad at Aisha. Um, I think one of the good things, I don't know anything about Aisha and Willie's finances, um, but I think one of the good things about if you are in a good financial position, you can walk away. God don't need this. God don't need this. Girl, my man has 2 jobs. Shout out to Rochelle. I got that from everybody hates Chris. Rochelle used to always scream. Girl, my man has 2 jobs. Okay, God don't need this. Girl, my man has 2 jobs. That's a good thing about reality TV. When you walk in with your own, you can still walk away because, girl, this wasn't gonna make or break me anyways. Yeah, I wanted to be on reality TV. Yeah, I thought it would be good. I thought it would be fun. I thought I could probably. You just never know what you could do. These girls go on reality TV and girl become multimillionaires. You know what I'm saying? Just making bank. But I'm not gonna be disrespected either. It's one, like I said, girl. It's one thing when you paying the girls 900, 800, girl, $700,000, $1,000,000, girl. I might stick around for a season or two to collect my coin. Because I just don't think the girls on Bell Collective making that much money. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, girl. All right, y'all. So shout out to Aisha. They will not be coming back next season. Um, again, I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. Will the show fold? No. Girl, we're gonna be honest about it. Aisha I thought was good for the show, but it's not like Aisha was one of the main characters that just made the shit just, it's not like she was a Nene Leakes or Kenya Moore. And even with that being said, girl, even when Nene quit, girl, the show still continued. One, like I always said, one person don't stop no show. And that's for all the girls. That's for Nene, Kenya, Candace, Aisha, all of them. Okay? Girl, they just gonna get another girl to fill your shoes, and girl, the show gonna keep on ticking. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the review, y'all. All right. So we could just do a quick rundown of who I liked. When we usually do this when it comes to the housewives, the fashions, right? I'll say my favorite was Latrice, hands down. Um, I thought she looked fantastic. Um, at first, I'm not gonna lie. Like whenever you see, this is what happens sometimes with me. Whenever I see the housewives and I see like the group shot, or when I see like I'm like, oh, you see all the girls and it's like different dresses. You're like, oh, girl, right? Sometimes it can be a lot going on, especially when you like. It's one thing if it's just like everybody has on white dresses or black dresses or something like that. Um, but when every girl probably has, it may be one like color scheme, but when they have on different dresses, it can be a lot to take in. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, girl, they look a mess. That was my first thought. Girl, they look a mess. But then as I was watching this tonight, I was like, oh, uh, Latrice looked the best, hands down. I didn't think anything was wrong with anything she had on. When she first walked out, I felt like maybe on the side it could have been a little short. They like the slit was too high. But anyways, I thought she looked fantastic. Believe it or not, I liked Marie's dress. It was busy. It was a lot, girl, but it was kind of like art. Okay, I thought Marie looked great. I like So Gucci. I know, right? Usually I don't like when it appears like there's extra fabric, just like they threw on a dress. I usually hate that. But I thought So Gucci looked nice. I thought Aisha looked nice. Um, I didn't too much care for Tambra. I thought that was too much hair. I felt like the dress was. I don't know that I didn't like that. I didn't too much care for Tambra. Um, I did not like Selena's dress. It was ill fitting. It just was. And then I did not like what Letitia. I didn't like nothing about Letitia. I don't know. It almost looked like she was like stuffed, like she was like compressed. Like I don't know. She was stuffed in the dress. If that makes sense. But my favorite one was Latrice, hands down. Latrice, Marie. Those are probably my top two. Oh, Antoinette when she came out at the end, I thought Antoinette looked nice. Antoinette, Latrice, Marie, Antoinette, So Gucci were probably like my top. And then Aisha, she just like a regular smuggler dress. I didn't like Aisha. I thought that was too much weave in Aisha's hair. But yeah, for the most part, I thought everybody looked decent. You know what I'm saying? Only person I really didn't too much care for was Tambra, and I did not like what Letitia had on. I just felt like it was too tight. It was too small. I just didn't like it. Gorgeous woman, but I just didn't like what she had going on. Anyways, so one thing I noticed is that Carlos was not going around from room to room. From what I can remember, usually Carlos, just like Andy, they usually go around from room to room talking to the girls and boys. This time it was an executive producer by the name of Brent. I think I've seen him in the background sometimes before. Anyways, I could be mistaken though. But nonetheless, it was another guy named Brent. He was going around from room to room. Tambra lets him know that Demond is not there. He had to pick up a second job because London Simone is expensive. London Simone is her daughter. Latrice also mentions that she trusted Aisha. Bitch, don't play with me. That's what she said. Okay, so he introduces all the girls. Carlos introduces all the girls, and the reunion gets started. Listen, he basically asked Aisha about trying to bring the collective together. Letitia thought that basically Aisha was being fraudulent because it had been like about 7 months since either she or they had heard from Aisha, and now she's sending out this text about trying to get the group back together. Latrice, she says, Keisha says that her feelings were hurt when it came to Latrice because she actually liked Latrice and she feels as though she's allowing Letitia to manipulate her. I will say this much: it is very, 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 and this is a part of reality TV where it starts to be. We know that reality TV isn't like necessarily reality, right? But this is a part of reality TV where, like the girls, your slips start to show. Latrice, sister, as many times as you said that you don't, even when you made up with Letitia, you still said you didn't trust her. Girl, it is funny how all of a sudden you flipped, and at the end of the season, it was basically, we got to get that bitch up out of here. Aisha. Girl, I'm trying to figure out what has Aisha done. Some of y'all are in the comment section, in my comment section, telling me that at the end, the season finale, that girl, their family members came up there and were trying to fight or got into a fight. I still, this is the part I'm still trying to figure out. If y'all are gonna shoot a show and it's gonna go this way, y'all need to just tell the truth. Like, I felt like a lot of these ladies were not telling the truth. Latrice, what is your issue with Aisha? Say what happened. Why you don't like her? Why is it at this point you would rather hang out with Marie, baby, a woman who tried to come for your purse the very first season? Okay? Girl, she tried to tear your whole business down. Getting on TV, making fun of, talking about basically, girl, your company, saying you had bad weave. Girl, Letitia, right? You tell Aisha that Letitia was trying to set up Willie with a girl, or trying to see if he will fall for some scam that Letitia and Glenn were trying to set up. And now Letitia and like it's weird. And now Latrice can't stand Aisha. I'm trying to figure out what happened. When did I miss something between Aisha and Latrice to the point where she just can't stand Aisha? No one should have to hear about what's going on behind the scenes, if that makes sense. Like, nobody should have to come to my comment section and be like, well, Rodney, they said that so and so got into a fight. Because as far as I'm concerned, if y'all ain't said it, like, we shouldn't have to try and piece the puzzle together on what really happened. At least in some situations on reality TV, we could try to have an idea of, okay, girl, I see why they probably fell out, because I remember this happened, and then, girl, they probably, some stuff probably happened they didn't show, but at least I could try to pinpoint why they really fell out. I don't remember Aisha and Latrice really just beefing like that to the point where Latrice don't even like the girl. Um, she says basically, Aisha says, you basically hurt my feelings. And then she said, and then I mean, Latrice responded and said, you did the hood rat. You basically said you did some hood rat shit, girl. Um, so Lucia basically says that her experience with Aisha is not the same as them. Aisha says it's because you're not intimidated, you know, by my confidence. And then Carlos basically tells her, you can't really say that they're intimidated by your confidence and expect to move on. Girl, this girl just basically called her a hood rat. And you want this is where you draw the line by saying that she can't say intimidated and confidence? Girl, but Latrice just basically called her a hood rat from Tennessee. Dr. Marie Monroe. Marie basically says that she does feel like her family feels entitled to her money. I believe it. And they probably do. I believe they probably do feel entitled to her money. Um, I can see when there's probably that one successful person in the family, and they probably, I don't know how much Marie makes. I'll just say she makes a whole bunch of money. I don't know, girl. But if she makes a whole bunch of money, or at least more than probably the other family members, I can see how they could probably have their hand out and expect her to take care of them or to give them money when they ask for it. Hey, can I hold $200? Can I hold $50? Can I hold $300? Right? I can see it. Um, Marie doesn't know to this day her house being shot up. She doesn't really have any information. Carlos said, "Are they investigating?" She said, "Yes." So I took that as though they're still investigating. Girl, let me tell y'all something. I done already told y'all. I done already told y'all. I done already told y'all. I don't give a fuck what Marie say. Okay. Again, I want to be very clear. I know for a fact that innocent people are involved in shit that don't have nothing to do with them every day. You could literally be sitting in your house minding your business, a cop busts through and shoot you and kill and unalive you. You see what I'm saying? Innocent people die all the time at the hands of violence. Drive-bys happen. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. So I know that happens. How and ever. It just does not sit with my spirit. Oh, my spirit is telling me that it's more to the story. Marie, I'm sorry, mama. It's too much going on in your world that your baby mama, no, I'm sorry, your son's baby mama was unalived in a car. Remember that happened? When did that happen? First or second season? I can't remember. But she was unfortunately unalived. And now your house is getting shot up. And all I could think about was when I saw those sons. Look, I don't know anything about Marie's mother. I know that I think she still is a drug addict. The last time I saw, I think she's still a drug addict. Um, I don't know if Marie's mother, you know, owes somebody some money, took some drugs and didn't pay it back. I don't know. Um, I just think that Marie is either living in La La Land or either Marie is just trying to protect certain people. But it's hard for me to believe that Marie's house, all these things are happening. And when I say all those things, yes, the only two I can think of right now is the baby mama, unfortunately, being unalived and the house getting shot up. That's a lot. Somebody just comes up to your house and stands in front of it and just lets rounds go, round after round after round after round. Baby, you're gonna have to do, girl. Like I don't know if she's trying to protect. I don't know. I just don't. I just think it's more to the story. And I'm sorry. I don't know if it's those sons, but something is going on. Something ain't right. They talk about plastic surgery. Anyone with eyes, when Carlos said anyone with eyes can see Marie's makeover has been beyond spiritual. Now, this is a thing. Okay, Tamber said she's never had plastic surgery. Selena said she's never had any surgery. Um, Latrice had her boobs done. Letitia, she said she had, I think, a tummy tuck liposuction. She said she got a BBL, but it was only supposed to be a little bit, but then they gave her too much. Um, so Gucci's never had any surgery, and Aisha's never had any plastic surgery. Then Marie says that she has some reconstructive surgery done to her face. But it was more so it had to do with her health declining because of, I think she has lupus, right? Did she have lupus? Did I just make that up? I think she do got lupus. Does she got lupus? Cause somebody got lupus. Girl, anyway, girl, it was some health problem. Girl, I'm giving a girl lupus and shit. Um, but she's always because of, like this is what I was saying. Like, girl, it's kind of like Larsa Pippen. For those, some of you may not watch Real Housewives of Miami, but you know Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Larsa still goes around to this day talking about her ass is real. I mean, girl, okay, girl. I guess you just moved your fat from your arms. Oh, girl, I got stuff lying everywhere. Girl, I guess you just moved the fat from your arms and your stomach, girl, and your back to your ass. So I guess in a way it is real. You know what I'm saying? But people like Marie and Larsa, you have to ask them: have you had any type of work done to your bottom? Whether it was a fat transfer or shots, girl, did they massage your ass and make it rounder? Girl, did you have to sit on some rocks? Like, girl, did you have to hang upside down? And that's how they, like, girl, because Marie keeps saying she never got a BBL. Marie. I don't believe Marie. I think Marie has gotten some liposuction. And this is the thing, girl, ain't nothing wrong with it. I keep telling y'all, girl, as soon as I can get this BMI, as soon as I can get this BMI together, girl, and get this coin together, girl, I'm laying on somebody's table. I'm getting me some liposuction too. It ain't nothing to lie about, girl. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that she got a life. I believe Marie got liposuction. I believe she got a BBL. I believe she probably got she got some fillers in her face. I believe she also probably got Botox. I believe she also got a new set of teeth. Also, I believe she got her nose done. Okay? Now, I don't know that to be facts, but that's just what I believe. Girl, Marie looks completely different from season one. Marie looks like a whole nother person. We're not going to play this game, Dr. Marie Monroe. Anyways, um, Selena. They talk about Selena. Can we be honest? I know Selena. People love Selena, but Selena really wasn't needed. If we're gonna be honest. I'm sorry, girl. Listen, I just tell my truth the way I see it. Selena was not needed this season. Selena didn't provide anything extra to the show. To me, she didn't. I mean, besides the beef between I guess her and So Gucci, but other than that, like it really wasn't. It really wasn't a need for Selena to come onto the show. Anyways, but nonetheless, she's here. Um, She basically says that, listen, girl, we about to talk. We're gonna talk about JJ and all this. Okay. We're just gonna put all of this together. So she basically says that so this is a story. I guess when Belle Collective started, Latrice recommended Selena. I think around the time Selena's son unfortunately died. So Selena wasn't prepared to come to the show. So she recommended JJ. Of course, with her recommending JJ, she's really recommending So Gucci because JJ would not be a Belle. You see what I'm saying? Latrice basically says that it's true that she went to Selena. Selena was like, "I'm not ready," and then she recommended JJ and So Gucci. So Gucci doesn't believe it. I believe it. I think so. I think Carlos knows that that's how it went too. Okay. So that right there does make me believe that Selena doesn't really have an issue with So Gucci. We're gonna get into it. Um, so Gucci asks her basically, well, if they came to you first, I'm paraphrasing. If they came to you first, then why didn't you take it, girl? She said, "Cause I lost my fucking son, bitch. Don't play with me." I said, oh, girl." So Gucci, like like this is when you. This is the thing, like so Gucci, you know why that girl didn't do the show. You know, it's like, why are you acting like you don't know why Selena didn't do the show? You know why Selena didn't do the show. She didn't do the show because her son died. And she was still grieving her son. And she probably didn't want to be on TV grieving and trying to shoot reality show at the same time. Um Timber says that Selena has never said a bad word about So Gucci, and that she's surprised basically about how their relationship transitioned on the show because she said she would have events and she said Selena and Soguchi would sit right next to each other. Listen, we know what it is. They don't want to say it. And even Carlos asked her later in the episode, was it basically because Selena was on the show and does she feel like Selena is taking her spot? Like you're trying to take my this is supposed to be about me and here you come, right? I think that's what I said. The girls are not being honest. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, I'm right. I'm right. I'm good. Okay. Um, that's what it is. That's what I feel like it is, and I think everybody else feel that. Well, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of people feel that way too. You were upset because you felt like this is my shit, right? And here you come trying to be on my show. It will never, and I'm sure they may get more into detail about this when JJ comes out. It will never make sense that y'all have been knowing each other, been around each other from time to time for 20 plus years, and y'all have never gotten into a physical altercation. But as soon as y'all get y'all black asses down to the own TV network, girl, Belle Collective season 4. Was it season 4? Now all of a sudden, girl, y'all pulling each other lace fronts and throwing glass. We know what it is. The cameras are up. I'm not gonna let this bitch do me in front of these cameras. So what's up? You know? That's it. It's just like when Tambra Hall asked Kenya Moore in her interview, girl, were you trying to have another Kenya Moore moment? And Kenya was like, basically, in a nutshell, she kind of said, no, girl, stop lying. Yes, you were. Girl, yes, you were. Because in real life, you wouldn't have pulled that stunt. You know what I'm saying? Instead of so Gucci just saying, yeah, I was a little bothered about the heifer coming onto my shit. Right? And then Selena could have said, well, girl, I didn't have an issue with you because you on the show because of me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be honest, you on my shit. Okay? Latrice also says that Selena never talks about So Gucci. I'm just gonna go back to Selena recommending JJ slash So Gucci for the show. Again, even with her saying JJ would be a good fit for the show, that's really her recommending So Gucci because So Gucci would be the Belle, not JJ. Okay? Even though we know JJ loves the camera. Here goes Selena lying. Let's call out. We about to call out you, Selena. Selena tries to keep it cordial because of the kids. She Carlos asks her, does she have a relationship with JJ? Why doesn't she have a relationship with JJ? She says they don't have a relationship because they just don't. Girl, stop lying. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all do all this carrying on outside of the show. And then when it's time for y'all to come onto the show and tell the truth, y'all want to lie. Selena, you know why you and JJ probably don't talk now. Can we just call it for what it is? You said that JJ used to knock your hair between a washer and a dryer. You said he was physically abusive. And I also think she said he was emotionally and mentally abusive. That's what she said. She said that on her YouTube channel. Just instead of you just saying that, instead of you saying because he's upset because after I came onto the show, he didn't want me on the show, and he started to say X, Y, and Z, and so I finally just told the truth. And the truth was, well, she alleges, girl, quiet as it's kept, I believe her, but girl, I said X, Y, and Z, and that was a nail in the coffin for him because I finally told the truth, and he didn't want the truth to come out, of course. But my whole thing is like, stop acting like y'all don't know what the issue is. Like Latrice, stop acting like just tell what the issue is with Aisha. JJ, tell what the truth. Tell the truth. What's your issue with Selena? Selena, tell the truth. What's your issue with JJ? And if we're gonna be honest about it, just like they clocked JJ, Carlos, I'm girl, quiet as it's kept. I'm surprised Carlos was saying the shit that he was saying. Carlos clocked JJ, Tambra clocked JJ. Girl, I've been clocked JJ. Listen. So Gucci and Selena really don't have an issue with each other. JJ has created that issue. Now, don't get it twisted. Sometimes people just don't get along. But I am of the belief, and this is just what I believe, it don't make it the gospel. I believe that when a man gets with another woman, and then all of a sudden, that woman, his new woman, and his baby mama start beefing, especially if the new woman wasn't the side chick or if it wasn't an overlap and people think that somebody was cheating on somebody. If you can honestly say that I came into this picture and I didn't know that lady, I ain't never met that lady, I ain't know that nigga. When you really sit down and think about it, why would you have beef with a bitch who you don't even know? I can tell y'all why y'all having beef. Because more than likely, the nigga that's in the middle, he's going back and he's telling her stuff. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. When he get with the new lady, she going to ask about his past relationship. He's more than likely probably going to dog the baby mama out, the ex-wife out, right? And so now the new girlfriend is taking on a beef that really don't have shit to do with her. I can almost guarantee you that JJ, when he got with So Gucci, he probably was telling So Gucci shit about Selena. And So Gucci, being the pick me that she is, she automatically took JJ's side. And just like Tambra said, JJ does not want So Gucci and Selena to get together because he afraid that them bitches might exchange notes. And that's just what it is. And I believe it. Selena and So Gucci don't got no issue with each other. JJ is in the middle. A lot of these niggas really be in the middle. They telling her stuff about what she said. Well, she said this. When I hear about baby mamas and girlfriends beefing, I be like, girl, what is really the beef? Because if you don't know her and she don't know you, what's the beef? What's the beef? Well, she said, even if she did say something, how the fuck you know she said it? Because it's more than likely the nigga came back and told you what she said. And that goes some shit right there. You see what I'm saying? It's always going to be the nigga in the middle who more than likely probably started the shit between the baby mama and the new girlfriend. Or the new girlfriend just took on some shit, took on some beef, believed everything that she said, believed everything that he said about her, and now she pissed off at her. Even though, this is a gag, even though these women go through the same thing with men, and they believe that my ex-man wasn't shit. So you believe that every man ain't shit, but you just met a man, right? And all of a sudden you think he's a good man, Savannah, and he probably dogging this lady out, and you believe in everything that he said about her to you. That's the gag. JJ is in the middle, and JJ is the reason why So Gucci and Selena cannot get along. So I do believe that So Gucci wants to move along with Selena. I think that JJ will not allow it. And because So Gucci is the type of girl that she is, she's gonna let basically follow behind her husband. That's my husband. That's my husband. We see how So Gucci is. It's no shade to So Gucci. I know it might sound fucked up what I'm saying, but we see how So Gucci is behind a nigga. Girl, I'm gonna listen. I almost said the wrong thing. All I can say is what her daughter said. Your daughter is having the same grievances with So Gucci that she's been having for years. The son too. They showed an unseen footage of the son basically saying he forgave his mama. Now, mind you, these are grown men and women still basically telling you that in a nutshell, you was an ain't shit mama and quiet as it's kept. It sounds like they're still saying you ain't shit mama. The daughter basically told So Gucci to her face, I ain't making none of this shit up. This is what the daughter said. The daughter said to her face, maybe if you were there to support me, I wouldn't have been on the bridge about to end my life. The same way you can recognize when shit be going on with JJ, recognize it when it comes to your own kids. But So Gucci done already told us she pretty much gave up on her kids when she met JJ because she wanted a man. Did she not say that? Did So Gucci not say that when she met JJ, pretty much she became JJ became her world. She was over there trying to help him take care of his kids. Her kids, she just kind of let her kids fall to the wayside. And to this day, I ain't gonna say to this day, but girl, when we watched it on the show, the daughter was still having the same issue with So Gucci as a grown ass woman had after giving birth. That she came on the show telling us. Girl, ain't that a mess? So Gucci could never sit in my face if I was Selena and say a fucking thing to me. Not when your kids saying the shit they saying about you. And I'm not even trying to be mean. I swear to God I'm not. But I'm just saying, so Gucci can say a motherfucking thing to me. And that's just what it is. I ain't got no issues with So Gucci. But So Gucci got too much mouth for both of her kids to basically be screaming the same thing. Because Selena kids ain't saying that about Selena. Shit. Um, I did kind of giggle though when she called what's her face, Selena a bitch, something like that. And Carlos basically said, let's refrain from calling each other bitches. How about we just call each other Bells? And then she said Jezebel. Hey! Oh, Selena says that Sanjay doesn't really fool with JJ. She said I think one of the other daughters one of the other daughters basically called him. Um, he asked her, has she ever talked bad in front of the kids? She said, oh, she also said that basically JJ is the type of person where the kids have to call him. She said she's never really talked bad in front of the kids about their father until now. And my thing is now, girl, let me tell you something. Listen, can we just go ahead and have some kitchen table talk? Girl, them girls is fucking. They mamas. They got families. Girl, girl, now it's time to have the real hard grown ass woman to woman conversations. Since y'all want to know about y'all daddy, y'all not little girls no more. I'll tell you what you want to know. What you want to know? Yeah, your daddy put his hands on me. Yeah, your daddy was mentally abusive. Yes. You see what I'm saying? I don't think there's nothing wrong with whatever conversation Selena had with her daughters. Is nothing wrong with it. What they do with the information is what they do with it. So Gucci also says that maybe them meeting could have helped because she never met Selena, I guess, in the beginning, and maybe them meeting in the beginning could have helped. Girl, I mean, girl, you could. I mean, you should meet people, but girl, that wouldn't have helped. So that wouldn't have helped. Y'all still would have had beef because of JJ. I think JJ is the problem. JJ gets on TV and does all that, God darn it and God darn it, like. But I think that JJ, you could tell. Listen. I don't know if Selena's telling the truth or not, but I don't think Selena is lying. Um, Excuse me. So Gucci says she doesn't want any smoke with this lady, but then she turns around and said that Selena is beneath her. Girl. Um. Okay, I already talked about this. JJ preventing So Gucci from really moving forward. Tambra said JJ doesn't want them to get close because they'll start to exchange notes. I'm telling y'all, JJ is likable, but to me, girl, I feel like JJ is one of those men who got in the middle, and that's why So Gucci and Selena have a beef. Because again, really and truly, y'all don't have a beef. Let me tell you, even if So Gucci was talking about Selena, I could see JJ going back and telling Selena what So Gucci said, just like I could see JJ going back and telling So Gucci what Selena said. It's all gonna come back to JJ. And if Tambra is saying and Latrice is saying that Selena ain't going around town talking about her, so what's the problem basically? Stuff could get back to each other if they're going around town dogging each other. I just believe that in this case that it's JJ, and that's what I'm sticking to. Um, I don't remember JJ. Carlos said the fact that JJ said he doesn't want his wife and his baby, basically his child's mother, hugging it out. That's a problem. That is a problem. I don't remember JJ saying that. He probably did. But like, why would you not want your mother, your child's mother, and your wife to get along and hug it out? Again, it's probably because of what Selena said down to YouTube. But see, that's the thing. They don't want to mention the shit. Like, stop playing. This is once I'm about to get pissed off. I do not like when reality stars get on TV and half-ass tell the story. Yes, I understand that Selena did not say this stuff on the show. She said it on her YouTube channel, but it doesn't take away from what I feel is the fact that that's why y'all like that's part of the issue too. Just say, girl, this was my experience with JJ when we were together. A B C D E F G. Okay, A B C D E F G. What's the alphabet? A B C D E F G H I J K. Girl, I got tongue tied. I forgot. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. And that's why we don't get along. And that's why JJ is mad because I told the truth, and he wants to be the good guy, and I shattered the good guy image. That's it. Um, they talked about mental health, and Tambra says that she was on a ventilator for days after giving birth, and that it basically kind of made her feel a certain way because everybody wants to see the baby, but nobody's really checking up on her. I said, damn. And when you think about that, it is kind of the truth. I think we all need to do better, including me, right? Your family and friends have babies, and all you want to do is just go see the baby, but you really don't check on the mother. You really don't. Like even like, and I remember I forgot who did this. I was working somewhere and somebody got somebody like a day massage, and she was like, "Girl, that baby gonna be all right, girl. That lady need to go and basically have a day to herself." And I think that's so true because most of the time when babies are born, like we are really just consumed with seeing the baby, getting the baby Pampers, or trying to buy the baby a gift card or whatever, something for the baby basically. But we do forget about mothers, and we forget about what the mother is probably going through because the focus all just becomes on the baby when the focus should be on the mother and the baby. Okay, but especially the mother because the mother is probably going through it. And then Dr. Antoinette comes out, and I mean, I guess she's coming back now, especially since Aisha. Not like Aisha isn't coming back, but there really wasn't a need for Dr. Antoinette to be at the reunion. She was only on the show for 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Aisha was, I mean, Dr. Antoinette was on that show for about 4 minutes and girl 7 seconds. That's all we saw from her the whole season. But she's at the reunion. Um, Carlos says, "Were you flirting with Glenn?" And she said, "Have you seen him?" Ow! Baby, she started low key getting Letitia together. Um, I mean not Aisha, Letitia. Letitia says you're desperate, and then she says she's desperate. All you do is lunch GoFundMe. All you do is launch go. All you do is launch GoFundMe's. You still trying to figure out who you are, girl. Talking about enterprise. She was Letitia's ass. Ew! Baby, one time, baby, one time Dr. Antoinette was on Letitia's ass. Girl. And then she basically says that Letitia is a different person behind the scenes than she is in front of the cameras. And it pretty much went off. And then they'll talk more about it next week. But yeah, that was it. That was the review. That was the review, the Belle Collective review. Let me make sure I covered everything. Aisha, Gag, and Carlos. That was already okay. Latrice says she trusted. Okay. Aisha trying to bring. Okay. So good, Dr. Marie Monroe. Marie doesn't know why her house got shot up, honey girl. Okay, girl. Let me shut up. Selena as a Belle. So Gucci. Ooh, so Gucci girl. I'm sorry. I know I don't have no issues with So Gucci, but So Gucci girl. So Gucci got too much mouth for me. Um, for her situation to be the way that it is, especially with her children. And your children are still screaming the same thing that they've probably been screaming since they were children. That's the sad thing. Um. Okay. Selena tries to keep it cordial because of the kids. Sanjay done fool with JJ. The other one had to call him, and then one of them, I think the one with the kids. Do two of them have kids? I don't know. I don't know those kids apart. Um, I know two of them look just like JJ though. I think it's the twins, right? Um, unseen footage with JJ with her kids, and that's another thing. Can I say something? I'm about to piss some of y'all off. I get that So Gucci and JJ have been together for a very, 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 very long time. And I get that that's her husband. But I think considering the circumstances, especially with her daughter wanting to unalive herself and her saying that basically her and her brother still feel like they're not supported, I just think it would have been nice to see So Gucci alone with her kids instead of me seeing JJ at the table with them. Girl, you need to go talk to you because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn how those are not JJ's kids. And being that D probably feels a way about how you put JJ before them. And yes, I get that her kids are grown ass people. But being that your daughter feels like JJ comes before them, or I just feel like it would have been nice to see So Gucci alone with her kids. That's all. Um, did you realize you could have been choosing JJ over your daughter? I put Carlos points out that JJ is in the middle of the mess, and Gucci says maybe she should have met from the beginning. Is JJ preventing So Gucci from really moving forward? Yes. Because I think that So Gucci really wants to move forward with Selena. I think there's always going to be some little shade from So Gucci to Selena, but I think JJ is really the issue. I'm sorry, I think JJ is the issue. Unless y'all can just pinpoint stuff to me, like, oh, I don't know. I just feel like whenever it's like that baby mama shit, that baby mama drama, that baby is usually the nigga in the middle, and he going back and reporting to each heifer about what somebody done said about somebody. Because in this case with JJ and Selena, with JJ Saguchi and Selena, what is the issue between Saguchi and Selena? Unless you can tell, unless you tell me that Saguchi was cheating on Selena with Saguchi, then I can understand it. Oh, okay, I see why it's a little beef now. Okay, but if it ain't nothing like that, then you really shouldn't have an issue with the new girl that comes into the unless she mistreating your child. That's another one too, of course. But if it really ain't nothing there, like she really don't mistreat my child, it's kind of like Marquez with Ken and Latricia. I can understand why Marquez feels on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can understand why Marquez feels a little way about Ken because in Marquez's defense, that timeline is a little shifty. However, at this point in the game, it sounds like y'all really wasn't together, right? And then if your kids are saying, "We love this man," this is the most my mother's ever smiled. I'm getting off into a whole nother show, girl. Let me shut up, girl. I'm about to start bringing Love and Marriage Huntsville into it. Girl, it is what it is. I'm gone. Bye, y'all.